You will not have a second chance to make a first impression, said the founder of the legendary fashion house Chanel. On the eve of the birthday of the great Coco Chanel, we remember her golden rules of style and life. The legend woman. Dozens of books, films, hundreds of articles, studies, and quotes. This is how they talk about Coco Chanel like no other. She embodies the legendary perfume No. 5. The importance of a small black dress, the elegance of a tweed suit and a quilted bag on a chain. In the world of high fashion, every girl strives to join her style. Gabrielle herself formed her ideas about fashion as a child, having spent almost 7 years in a convent. There she found inspiration in the classical Baroque style and luxury, and also developed her love for black and white. Up until the age of 16, she wore only black suits. It was then that black became not just associated with mourning, but became one of the most elegant shades in her images. Coco Chanel has introduced many innovations into the fashion world, such as monochrome raincoats, classic khaki, and women's belts. She actively promoted the use of accessories, claiming that a simple outfit can be completely transformed with the help of accent details. As a style icon, Chanel herself adored jewelry, beads, earrings, brooches, hats, and, of course, bags. Bags were not just her passion, but were a real fashion rule. She argued that every woman should have as many bags in her wardrobe as there are outfits. This approach made it possible to create a variety of images and stand out stylishly and elegantly in any situation. Chanel left behind not only the Chanel house, but also hundreds of sparkling statements, which are still parsed into quotes after 100 years. Below are the 13 commandments of the great Gabrielle, which are still relevant today. 13 golden rules of Coco Chanel style. 1. Classic. Coco professed very simple but important values. She did not follow fleeting trends, but always chose restrained classics. Beware of originality. In women's fashion, originality can lead to a masquerade, Gabrielle said. Her image is laconic and elegant clothes, with a slight accent in the form of fashionable novelties, but not vice versa. 2. Black dress. The business card of Coco Chanel and her fashion house. At one time, it became a real fashionable salvation, in 2 counts, solving the age-old problem of nothing to wear. The very first prototype of a black dress had a straight cut, a length covering the knees, a semicircular neckline, and a long sleeve. To date, the number of variations of the dress has greatly increased, but it is still listed as the standard of sophistication and style. 3. Midi length. It was Coco Chanel who created the golden section in the length of clothing. In the 60s of the last century, there was a fashion for long clothes. This was due to many, including social reasons, but it just did not fit in with the business rhythm of urban society. The average, or as they say, normal length has become the best option between a floor-length skirt and a skirt that slightly covers the hips. It remains popular to this day. Short dresses stay fashionable longer than long ones, the fashion designer said. 4. Male element. Coco managed to accomplish the impossible. She was one of the first to start wearing trousers, arguing that the ideal image should combine not only female, but also male elements of the wardrobe. At that moment, typical post-war images of soldiers became her inspiration. Chanel confidently stated that trousers make a woman free. 5. Tweed suit. Nothing ages a woman like an overly rich suit. Perhaps it was with these words that the history of the tweed jacket began. At the time of Chanel, costumes were very popular, but all models were cramped and restraining movements, so much so that it was difficult to even raise your hands in them. It was Gabrielle who made the fashion revolution by giving the girls soft and perfectly tailored tweed suits. The prototype of the famous jacket was straight cut, without a collar and with hidden pockets. The colors are mostly basic: white, black, and beige. Today, the variety of shades and textures of tweed suits is amazing. In current collections, you can find bright pink models and options with a print. 6. Mother of pearl. The legend of the fashion industry believed that there is not a single lady in the world who would not be suitable for mother of pearl. Her favorite accessory was pearl beads wound around her neck several times. They could reach a meter in length. Another passion of Gabrielle is elegant pearls in earrings. Jewelry made of mother of pearl, according to the designer, could complicate any clothes, even an ordinary shirt. She gave the same advice to all her clients. Pearls are always right. Choosing accessories, take off what you put on last, is another fashionable commandment from a woman with impeccable taste. She did not recommend combining more than 3 accessories in one bow. Combine jewelry, yes. Overload the image with them, no. 7. Bag with a long strap. The bag should be on the strap, so that the hands remain free. Chanel knew for sure that the accessories in the image should be as comfortable as possible. She decided to create the famous compact Chanel flat bag, which is comfortable to wear on the shoulder. In those years, her idea quickly lost relevance, but in 2005, it was revived by Karl Lagerfeld, bringing the spirit of modernity to the design of the bag. Today, there is hardly a fashionista in whose wardrobe there would not be one or another variation of the it bag. Hate. Two-tone shoes. Chanel put an end to the monochrome black shoes. She introduced a new fashion rule. Shoes can and should combine several colors. Her favorite palette was black and white shades. It was Gabrielle who was the first to mix these 2 colors in shoes, presenting the famous white shoes with a black cape to the fashion industry. The designer called shoes the second person and never ignored this attribute of the image. She stated, "If a woman is well shod, then she is well dressed." 9. Perfume. Perfume is not just a fragrance, but an extension of clothing. Sometimes 5 drops of good perfume are enough for the image to acquire the status of expensive. A well-chosen perfume can say more than words or presence because the trail of fragrance remains even after you leave. Perfume says more about a woman than her handwriting is a legendary phrase of the legendary French fashion designer. 10. Pencil skirt. Throughout her life, Gabrielle has been sincerely convinced that it is the knees that are the ugliest part of the body for women. "You can show the hips, but not the knees," said the designer. Based on her principle, she created the famous pencil skirt that emphasizes femininity and at the same time does not constrain movements. A short skirt, according to Gabrielle, can be worn by very few women. 11. White and black. Women think about all colors except the absence of color. Black has it all. In white, too. Their beauty is absolute. This is the perfect harmony, the great fashion designer thought. Black and white clothing is luxury combined with practicality. Such an image can always be complemented with bright accessories, status decorations, and an attractive fragrance. 12. Boyish haircut. The uniqueness of Chanel's contribution is that she influenced not only changes in clothing, but also the whole fashion. Her love for the combination of male and female gave the world a new look at haircuts. Gabrielle literally allowed fashionistas to wear boyish hairstyles, bob, page, hooligan square. At the same time, she always clearly understood that the difference between a boy and a lady is in impeccable grooming. A woman who changes her haircut is going to change her life is another principle of Coco. 13. Comfortable luxury. In clothes, Chanel adhered to one important thought. Luxury should be soft and comfortable, otherwise it is no longer luxury. She never created things just for the sake of trends and relied only on what her clients would feel free and natural in. The designer explained her approach like this. Fashion has 2 goals, convenience and love, and beauty arises when fashion achieves these goals. Basic wardrobe from Coco, the actual bow. A century later, the classic image from Chanel has been modernized. There are more bright colors in it. Shorts have settled in the collections of designers, and skirts no longer cover the knees. But despite the new trends, the main features of Chanel's style remain unchanged. 1. Minimalism in colors. No garish, flashy, or overloaded shades and prints. There may be 1 accent detail in the image, but not 5. 2. A black dress that will never go out of fashion. 3. The skirt is the basis of the classic style. You can wear a pencil skirt with black or transparent tights and immortal matching pumps. 4. Men's elements that dilute the thoroughness of the lightness of women's wardrobe. Tweed jacket, vest, trousers with a wide belt. 5. Moderation in the amount of jewelry. The image should not be overloaded with details. The worse a girl is doing, the better she should look, the designer said. 6. Clothes should be elegant and comfortable at the same time. This is an unshakable rule. 7. Only the shins, neck, and hands can be open. The rest should be carefully dressed in beauty.